What happens when 14 years of silence is shattered by a single notification? When the price of reclaiming your identity is 6 hollow point rounds? When a check-in at a local restaurant becomes a GPS coordinate for a killer? When the man you left in the rearview mirror a decade ago decides that if he can't own your future, he'll make sure you don't have one? August 12th, 2024, Charlotte, North Carolina. A quiet suburban street where the neighbors take pride in their manicured lawns and the sound of children on bicycles is the only thing that breaks the afternoon heat. At 5:15, a woman pulled into her driveway, the trunk of her SUV loaded with supplies for her daughter's 10th birthday party. She was humming her mind on guest lists and strawberry cake. She didn't hear the car door click shut 3 houses down. 6 shots echoed through the cul-de-sac. Rapid, clinical, unforgiving. The shooter had driven 450 miles from a small town in Georgia to a driveway he had located in less than 20 minutes. And all because she'd made one mistake. She'd updated her current city Facebook to celebrate a promotion. He saw it, and he decided that if she was moving up in the world, she'd have to leave it first. Welcome to True Crime Frontier. If you love stories that twist, shock, and leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about obsession and survival, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with your fellow true crime lovers. While you're watching, tell us where you're tuned in from. Drop your city or country down below. We love seeing the True Crime Frontier family checking in from all over the world. May 1992, Detroit's West Side, the kind of heat that makes the asphalt feel like it's melting under your sneakers. Maya Renee Vance entered the world at Sinai Hospital on a Tuesday evening, her eyes already wide and searching before the nurse could even wrap her in a blanket. A Taurus born under the sign of the bull, stubborn, grounded, and destined to carry more weight than any child should. Her aunt said she had the look of someone who had been here before. Her mother, Elena, just prayed she'd have a life that didn't require her to be so tough. Elena was 19 when she had Maya. She was a woman who lived in the almost. She almost finished community college. She almost left the city. She almost found a man who didn't use his hands as weapons. Working 12-hour shifts at a local laundromat, Elena's hands were always pruned and smelled of bleach and lavender, a scent that would later trigger Maya's deepest anxieties. The apartment on Joy Road was a walk-up where the elevator had been out of order since the late 80s. The walls were so thin, Maya could hear the neighbors tell. Elena made sure Maya knew the rules of the house. You keep your grades high, you keep your circles small, and you never ever let a man think he's the sun and you're just a planet orbiting his ego. Maya's first memory was sitting on the linoleum floor watching the flickering blue light of a black and white TV because they couldn't afford cable. Elena would sit behind her braiding Maya's hair so tight it pulled her eyes back. Maya, her mother, would whisper, "Don't you ever get stuck. You find a door and you walk through it even if you have to kick it down." Maya followed the rules. She excelled in school, her nose constantly buried in textbooks about architecture and design. She wanted to build things that lasted, things that couldn't be torn down by a stray word or a closed fist. But when she was 20, she met Marcus Thorne. He was 26, a contractor with a smile that felt like a warm blanket on a cold night. He was charming, attentive, and most importantly, he seemed to see her. He didn't just want a girlfriend, he wanted a partner, or so he said. The cycle didn't start with a punch. It started with concern. Why are you wearing that dress? It's too cold for that. You're spending a lot of time with your mother. Don't you want to spend time with me? I don't like the way that guy at the coffee shop looks at you. Let's go somewhere else. By the time the first slap happened 2 years later, Maya was already isolated. She had moved into Marcus's house, a place he called their dream but felt increasingly like a fortress. When she tried to leave, he would cry. He would tell her about his own abusive father, about how he was broken and fix him. Maya stayed until the fixing nearly killed her. In 2010, Marcus held her underwater in their bathtub until she lost consciousness, angry because she had accepted a job offer without asking him first. She woke up on the bathroom floor, Marcus weeping over her, begging for forgiveness. That was the night Maya realized that Marcus didn't love her. He loved the idea of her. He loved the control. With the help of a local shelter, Maya vanished. She changed her name, her hair, and her entire life. She moved to Charlotte, found a job at an architectural firm, and raised her daughter Chloe in the shadows. For 14 years, she was a ghost. She didn't have social media. She didn't use her real name on utility bills. She was safe, but in 2024, she felt the itch for normalcy. She wanted to celebrate. She had just been named lead architect for a major city project. She created a Facebook account under a pseudonym, but she made one fatal error. She tagged a local landmark in a photo of her and Chloe. Marcus, who had spent the last decade scouring the internet for any trace of her, had Google alerts for specific keywords related to her old life and her mother's maiden name. When a friend of Maya's mother commented on the photo, Marcus found the thread. He didn't call, he didn't threaten, he just got in his car. Maya survived the shooting, but the 6 bullets left her with permanent nerve damage and a fear that no therapy could fully erase. Marcus was captured 2 days later in a motel room, the gun still in his possession. He told the police, "I just wanted to see my family. She was hiding them from me." The court didn't see it that way. Marcus Thorne was sentenced to life without parole. Maya Rollins, her new legal name, now runs a consultancy that teaches high-risk domestic violence survivors how to scrub their digital footprints. She tells every woman she meets freedom isn't just a state of mind, it's a state of security. This story stays with you because it's a reminder that in the digital age, our greatest connections can also be our greatest vulnerabilities. If this story moved, you hit that like button, subscribe to True Crime Frontier, share someone out there, drop a comment. Do you think social media platforms should have safety modes specifically for domestic violence survivors? How much of your private life do you share online? Stay safe out there.